Hey guys, what is going on? This is the GTA Wise guy and welcome back to another GTA 5 mods video. So, in this one, what I'm going to be doing is showing you guys the Tempesta Custom widebody. Now, this custom widebody is something that I've modeled on top of the old Tempesta, which was suggested by you guys in a previous Tuners and Outlaws video. It was the top comment that you guys wanted me to do. It was in there among with a Jester and another car, but I just chose the one that obviously I want you guys to suggest one, so I just picked the one. Tempesta was the best one to go with, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So I'll spawn that in a minute. But what I got you guys to do on the Sentinel custom video, the previous one, is to actually comment the car that you want to see me model next. And the top comment at the time of making this video was the Futo widebody. So that was the top comment, it got the most likes. So if you guys want to go and see me create that one, what I want you guys to do, just to make this video a bit more interactive for you guys as well, and to know that you guys actually want to see it, is leave a like on the video, and if we reach a like goal of 1,000, I will then go and model the Futo widebody. So the sooner that we reach that goal, the sooner I can start modeling it, and then I can show you guys in the next video. But what I want you guys to do, just like the previous video with the Sentinel custom one, is to actually comment down below what car you'd like to see me model next after the Futo. So we're thinking like 2 videos ahead. And if you missed the previous video, what I want you to do is take, for example, well, we've got a penumbra again. If you guys in the previous video, we had a penumbra, which I used as an example. But for example, I could model like a widebody onto this penumbra. So it's got to be an existing car in game that I can model on top of. Not like a car that I'm going to model from scratch. So if you suggest that I model some car that's, I don't know, say for example this Revolution, I modeled that entirely from scratch, but it took ages. I can't do that. I can put some parts onto cars that already exist, and I can do that pretty quickly. So yeah, comment down below what car you'd like to see me model, what you would like to see me do to it. Do you want a widebody? Do you want it to be a lifted off-road vehicle or something like that? And the comment with the most likes by the time we get to the Futo video, that'll be the car that I do next. So we're thinking 2 videos ahead, not the Futo widebody one, but we're thinking after that. So either comment your own original one, or if you see another one that you like down in the comment section, just click like on that one, and remember, the top comment will be the one that I go and do. Right, now this looks pretty disgusting spawning in because it's yellow on yellow, not very nice, but you can see it's already got a widebody on it. There's also like a black seal in between the widebody and the actual body of the car. Something new that I tried to experiment with, but I'll show you guys more specifics around it in a minute. So into the actual tuning, what we can do is you can actually change the front bumper. So this is one that's originally on the Tempesta anyway, but if you go to the next one, this is one that I've sort of manipulated from this splitter, but I've also added my own splitter to go underneath that as well. And I've brought it in a bit closer to the body so it doesn't come out as wide. And then obviously we've got the front arches which come on the car anyway. You can't change those. If we go to the exhaust, we can put a dual exit one. So currently I've only got the replaced version working, and the add-on version will have 1 extra exhaust in this. So I've done my own custom exhaust similar to the one that comes on the Huracan normally. So this is a chrome tip one, and there's also a black one, and there's also a titanium tipped one. So we'll just throw on that one for now. If we go to skirts, we've got, if you go to the custom skirts, these are the skirts that actually go with the kit. So you can see that I've put a carbon thing that goes right along the bottom of the door, and also it sort of meets up with the old widebody, pretty similar to the one on the Liberty Walk kit, and then there's a little carbon bit that goes underneath it as well. But you can see there's the old custom skirts there if you really want to put those on, and not the one that I've created. Now if we go to roll cage and chassis upgrade, this is just the original roll cage on it, so I've not changed that. If we go to the hood, you can still put all of these on now. Now this is a Benny's mod for single player and it's doing that glitch, but you do get all the old hoods. So the hood that I feel like works well with this is either the aggressor hood, like that one, or the performance hood. Either one looks good. Now the secondary color does get applied to the hood, which doesn't look great compared with the rest of the car, which I'll show you in a second. But you can also put the aerial on, and if we go to spoilers, can't see them again, but if we put the tuner wing there, you can actually see now that it's got slats on the back. So if I take it off again, you'll just see the glass bit there where you can see the engine. But if we actually put the tuner wing on, we can see that we get a little ducktail spoiler with the crew website on it. And we've also got the slats on there as well. Now on the original Lamborghini Huracan with the Liberty Walk kit, or even the normal Huracan, a Huracan with slats looks so much better than one without. Any of you guys that have seen Huracans or are into supercars will know that. But there is only 2 on this, and rather than on the Huracan where the actual back comes in like this, on GTA with the way they've modeled the Tempesta, it comes out like that. So it was quite hard to do 3 of them. It would have been a bit skew if I added a 3rd. But anyway, it covers up the glass. It looks a lot better in my opinion. And you'll also notice as well that this isn't just entirely based off a Huracan. It's a mix between a Centenario and an actual Huracan. So it's a mix of the both. You can see that big vent at the back of the door. That's sort of inspired by the Centenario or Centenario. I don't even know how you say it. But if we go to spoilers again and we put the GT wing on, we can also see that we now have these slats, but we have the ducktail as well. But instead of being carbon this time, it's actually colorable. So you can't really see the writing for the website on it, but we'll change that in a minute. Now the Liberty Walk kit does say like libertywalk.com or something on it, so that's why I decided to go and put the 6-star one on there. But if you really want to, you can also change the other spoilers as well. So you've got the old spoilers there. So you can see we've got the massive swan wing, and then we've got that sort of that GT wing there. So we'll just throw the tuner wing on. That's my favorite, the one with the carbon ducktail that I've done. Right, so this is pretty much it for the customization. We'll just change the color of it. So I think the build that we'll go for, which I put a picture of on my Instagram. If you guys want to see these cars before I actually put them out on my YouTube as well, follow my Instagram at GTA Wise Guy, or even on Twitter as well. So I think we'll go with a Torino red secondary. You can see what I mean by the secondary color on the car. I've removed it on every other bit, but on the tunable options like on the hood and the roll cage, you can't actually change the secondary color. Now most of the car I've removed the secondary color because I didn't really like the trim on it, especially on the back. You can see where the actual diffuser is. There was a load of little, if you guys have got the Tempesta and GT Online, you'll see the trim on it. It doesn't look that good with the color like that, so I just made it like all carbon. But you can see the secondary color on the hood and in the roll cage. That's because I haven't changed it on the tunable parts. But you can just make it the same color as the original car anyway if you want to. But you can see the center caps on the wheels, which actually have the 6-star logo in as well. Now you can see on the center caps on the wheels that they are actually colorable as well. They've got the 6-star logo in, so with a lighter color you can see it better. We'll change the color of the wheels when we're outside in a minute. Oh yes, we can change the wheel color. Now another YouTuber, Jay Pennant, I've given him this mod a little early to play with it. And he's actually done a really nice build. It's like a dark red with black wheels, which you can see looks pretty cool. And these are custom wheels that I've modeled as well. And these wheels are actually based off Rotiform QLBs, I think they are, or the LBQs. One of them, they're like the same, but one of them's like a bit more deep dish and concave, which I've done with this one. So it's not like the flat-faced one that just concaves a little. It's actually quite deep dish and quite a lot of offset on it. I think what we'll do for the color, we don't want it too white. So I think we'll go over blue silver. Nice contrast between the red. There's a tiny bit of blue in the wheel. And I think that looks quite nice. Now the secondary color as well does change the actual studs on the wheel. You can see there. So there we are for the build. We've got Chappelle 6.9 tires. We'll head outside, take a bit of a closer look at the body kit, and then we'll see what we can do from there. I've just added a salmon pink pearlescent onto the actual paint. It brings up the curves on the car quite nicely, I think. Goes nice with the white wheels as well. Like, I'd never normally put white wheels on a car, but with red and this particular build, I think it looks quite nice. Now, one last touch that I want to do is using this stance mod. I'll leave a link to it down in the description. I've shown you guys in the previous video as well. We'll just change the camber, make some dank fitment. Can we change the suspension on the car? Now, I've just noticed, I'm not sure if this is online because I don't have a Tempesta online, but you can't actually change the suspension on the car, which is a bit annoying. Right, so we'll just have to change the suspension through this menu. Now I'm going to do like a stance build. Some of you guys might hate stance, but I like it on some cars. So we're going to make this car look a bit bagged, as you might say. We'll get some nice fitment going. Right, so we've got the tyre pretty close to the arch on the front. A bit of camber. We'll put a bit more camber on the back than there is on the front. So I've got a bit of extra camber on the back. Some ridiculously wide wheels. Some nice fitment. Oh, I love this mod. It looks so sick. Yeah, boy! Oh, we are rubbing arches here, boy. Right, so what I want to do to top off this video is I'm going to show you guys how I get like a pretty cool picture. So how I might take the picture for the thumbnail. And just give you guys some tips in the Rockstar editor. So we'll find a cool spot, a nice backdrop to put the car in. I'm going to find like quite a natural area. I don't want like anything industrial with this one. With more of a street build, I like to go with industrial areas, but for like a classy sort of exotic like this, I'd like to go for more of a natural background. One thing I love about the Tempesta as well is the actual backfires from it. It sounds beast. I'm surprised I got through this car. This car is so wide. Ah! Now, just a heads up as well, guys. Today is the last day for the sale on the hoodies, the one that I'm wearing now. So the Create Your Culture hoodie, say that again. The Create Your Culture hoodie is 25% off. The sale ends tonight at midnight Pacific time. And a lot of you guys have bought them already. They're nearly sold out. So if you want to get one while the sale's on as well. Now, the link to get them 25% off will be in the description. So without further ado, let's go and take a picture. So we've got some nice trees in the background here, but I want the sun on the front as well. And I want the sun to be showing off the arches of the car quite nice. Oh, there's rabbits! Now, with this menu, it's pretty sick. You can do a bunch of animations that are in single player and stuff that obviously you can't do it online. And one I'm going to do for this particular thumbnail, I'll start recording it. This taking pictures animation. So it's like a photographer with a camera. So I'm going to have the camera a bit further behind over there in the Rockstar editor. So just placing the scene, start recording. I'll let it record for a bit so the animation plays out and he's got different angles going. And then I'll actually go into the editor and take a picture. So we've got our clip in the editor. We'll load it up and I'll just show you guys quickly how I might take a picture and some of the tricks you can do. So for example, with this image, what I can do now is if I want the car only to be in focus, you can see the background's slightly defocused. The game will do that automatically with the default one. But if we change the focus to automatic, it's where the camera's looking. So where the center point is, where this box is in the middle. You can see there now the car's out of focus. Or what we can do is we can go to manual and choose how far it goes. So put it 10 meters away, which is just about how far the car is. But you can see that the guy is a bit too defocused. You can't see what's going on. So you can reduce the intensity so that the focal distance, the range extends, so he's not so out of focus. You can see the logo on the jacket has become a bit more visible, but the background's a bit too in focus as well. So we could move the actual focal distance back a bit, or you can actually set it to the target, so that's the actual player himself, in which case now it's going to be my guy with his hoodie on, so you can't really see the car. Or you can just go back to what I'm going to do now is just go to default because it's working pretty well. The background's out of focus, but you can see my actual character as well in focus. So I'm going to use this as an image, and then I'll use a separate one for my thumbnail where it's just the car in it. Now, for a thumbnail, this looks pretty good. Obviously, if you guys are seeing it on your phone, it might be pretty small. So if I was to use that picture where I'm dead far away, you're not really going to tell what's going on. And I'm going to use like quite a wide angle camera rather than zooming it straight in, so you can see like the car's pretty much, it feels like you're close to it and it's more in your face. I want to make sure I get a lot of the curves of the car in, but you can see on the front of the fender there's a lot of light glaring off it, so I don't want to use that too much. So I think I'll use that as the thumbnail shot. Now, using the Rockstar editor camera, I'll just show you around the car a little bit more, and you can see in between the actual body kit and the body of the car, we've got this black ceiling lip on it. Not as reflective as the metallic paint, of course. And you can see I've also got rivets on this, unlike with the Sentinel. But they're a bit smaller. The bolts aren't as big on it, so it's not as like in your face, a bit more subtle. You can see where it creases over a bit here on the body kit to meet the rest of the body lines on the car. And something that Liberty Walk does, which I changed on mine a little, is the body kit goes straight down. But mine like goes down and curves back to meet up with the skirts a bit. So that's something that I changed on mine. You can see where it creases over here as well to see a bit more of the tire. And especially doing this part as well where it meets up at the back was pretty difficult to do, to get that to line up nicely without ruining the curves of the car. And then we got where it creases in at the back, meets the body. I got rid of all of the that colored trim on the diffuser. I think it looks a lot better. Now, the problem with chrome on GTA is you can't apply a lot of shade to it, so it's still pretty bright, even though there should be a lot of like shade on that. You can see it's really bright, but it should be a bit darker where the actual exhausts are meeting the rest of the car. So we've got the ducktail there. You can see if you get close enough, it's actually carbon. And we've got the slats. There's bits on the slats as well, which are carbon. And we've got this like carbon trim that goes around to go with it to separate it from the rest of the car, because when I didn't have that carbon trim and you just had the red on red, it looked a bit weird the way it merged into each other. And the wheels as well, we can see the 6-star center cap there, and we've got the 3-piece studs connecting it, Chappelle 6.9er tires, and that's pretty much it for the car. So let me know what you think of it down in the comment section, and I hope you guys are looking forward to seeing the Futo wide body. If you're new, do not forget to subscribe to see that as soon as I drop it, and remember, the sooner you can get to my video and leave a comment suggesting what car I should do next, it's probably the best for you to get some likes on that comment so that I can actually go and make it. So turn notifications on for that as well. And that is pretty much all for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a like. Of course, get me to that like goal so I can get the Futo going. And that's pretty much all for this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.